Conflict between neighbors can cause a lot of stress, can cause a lot of pain of mind, and cause a lot of anxiety. In this program, we are going to explore ways in which how we can deal with hellish neighbors, not so nice neighbors. You tuned into the right channel. My name is SorayaDeen, and I practice law for 10 years. Of all the conflicts I have mediated, the most challenging have been the conflicts between neighbors. Now, I come here with a very innovative, fresh approach to resolving conflict with neighbors. There are times when we can go around saying, oh, this is what the neighbor did. It's not my problem. The neighbor has to correct it. But here, we're going to explore ways in which we can take personal responsibility. Now, that is key to resolving any kind of conflict. Now, why would we not follow that principle with neighbors? We do not do that, not because we don't want to, not because we don't lack the skill, it's because we don't lack the will. Today, we're going to talk about a fresh approach to resolving conflict with neighbors. First, we all have to take an inventory of self. What is this conflict doing to me? Do I want to continue this way? How beneficial can it be if I turn it around? How can I focus on the benefits? Now, as a lawyer, I realized when people came into the courthouses, what they were focusing was not on the problem, but they were focusing on the person. Today we know what we are able to do easily and what we are able to do conveniently is to say how wrong the other person is. Now, if you want lasting peace, we have to know we have to pick our neighbors. I've heard this saying, before you buy your house, check out your neighbor. Now, this program is for some people who did not check their neighbor. And there are times we may have checked the neighbor, but it's not easy because things evolve, things happen. So how are we going to navigate conflict? And I want to talk to you about a fresh approach where 3 things are key. One is that we take personal responsibility. And as we take personal responsibility, we recognize we have choices. Now, take, for instance, broccoli. It's something we hate, but we can have broccoli cooked, we can have broccoli boiled, we can have it in a salad, we can have it raw. There are choices. In this program, we're going to talk about choices we can make if we want to have a great relationship with our neighbor. Then thirdly, and most importantly, is for us to recognize that what happens to our neighbor affects us. And what happens to us can affect our neighbor. So we're going to increase your consciousness, but we're going to fight it out. We're going to trash it out, and we're going to really bring out all that is underneath the surface up. Because for true resolution, we can't fix things. We can't fix cracks on the surface. We have to go deep, and we have to make foundational changes. And when we make foundational changes, there are stakeholders. Your neighbor, you, maybe your child, maybe your neighbor's child, the in-laws. We want to bring everybody in, maybe not physically, maybe emotionally, and as the conflict plays out, we're going to explore solutions. In this regard, my philosophy is that we want to transform a demonic neighbor, not to an angelic one, that would be nice. But how about you being the angel? How about you taking personal responsibility first? So we'll go deeper into the conflict, we'll open out layers, and we'll come up with very creative solutions. And these are not solutions just for the moment, but these are solutions that will last a lifetime. Remember, I think it was Gandhi who said, behind every conflict is untruth. So if we are willing, what I ask is parties come to the table with a willingness to share, with a willingness to open, and with a willingness to be vulnerable. Because if we can't do all that, we are just patching things on the surface. And what good is that? It's like a volcano waiting to erupt. So we will go deep, layer by layer, and we will connect to the feelings. We will connect to their needs. Because oftentimes what we are doing is we are fighting on strategies. Strategies can be negotiated when we know the feelings and the needs. And listen to this. When we make a resolution, when we resolve a dispute with a neighbor, how many of you have made specific actionable requests? This is something we leave out. So in this program, in this TV show, we are going to explore ways in which how we can make specific actionable doable requests. It's like this. Don't tell your neighbor, love me, respect me. That's a tall order. But rather, we want to tell your neighbor, hey neighbor, can you not throw your garbage across your wall to my plot of land? Or can you please keep your dog quiet? Now that's doable. That's something the neighbor will understand. Not if you simply say, hey neighbor, respect me, respect my rights. That is a tall order. So in this program, we're going to go deep. So let's take a conflict between two people. Okay, there's neighbor A and there's neighbor B. Neighbor A says they both agree that there is a plot of land between their homes. Neighbor A says that he throws the garbage to this plot of land. Now neighbor B says that garbage is stinking and he can't go to his backyard because neighbor A throws the plot of some garbage to this disputed land. So neighbor A says, this is my right. I am going to do it. And neighbor B says, you cannot do it because that is wrong. You have to respect me. The smell is so bad. We can't even sit in our backyard. So this fight has been going on for years. Now they come here because they want a solution. Now in order to get to the solution that we want, that we hope that will be lasting, we have to go deep into the conflict. Who owns this plot of land? Well, both of them don't know. It just happened to be there. Well, what we can establish is this has to be used in common good, for common enjoyment. Both these parties have to come together. So the parties A and B are in a warring situation. They can't see beyond the plot of land. But maybe there's somebody in the house who can see beyond this plot of land. Let us involve the two children. Both these neighbors have children. The children can see beyond the plot of land. They can see peace. They can see harmony. They can see joy. They can see beauty. So here's what I want to suggest to A and B. Would you be willing to have a clean spot of land in between your homes? Now both of them want cleanliness. Both of them want beauty. Yes, they say. Okay, then are you willing to not throw the garbage into into the center of the land? A says, no, but that's my right. It doesn't affect him. And B says, no, but the smell is horrible. I cannot use the backyard. Okay, we go back to that solution mode we spoke about. Let's get the children involved. Okay, can you two children come together and plant some flowers in this common plot of land? The children are excited. Yes, we can. We want to. And this is what we've been telling our parents for a long time. The parents are seeing the creativity, the excitement, and the joy in their children's faces. Now, who's the parent who doesn't want their children to be happy and joyful? The parent says, yes, in fact, we will go to the hardware store or to the place where they sell these little plants, and we'll bring some plants. Let's have roses and let's have some orchids, and we'll plant right in between. So the parties come together, they plant, and then 6 months later, they see the fruit of their work. Beautiful little flower garden. No more throwing garbage. No more smells. No more tension. This is what I want you to realize, viewers. It's not about teaching the other person a lesson. It's about what's happening inside you when you are in conflict with your neighbor. So get out of the box. Brainstorm solutions, fresh ones. Don't conform. Transform your conflict. And remember, if we are willing to be creative, we can come out with powerful solutions. My name is SorayaDeen. I have 10 years experience in the practice of law. But today I move from beyond, working beyond, within the parameters of the law. Because when we are within boundaries, we can't be creative. So I ask you to step into your greatness. There's a lot of compassion in your hearts, in your minds. Bring it out and let us brainstorm positive ways in which we can stay connected in the most difficult of all conflicts. And that takes a creative step from you.